Hey, how's it going, everyone? My name is Kevin. I'm one of the co-founders at faro-labs.ai. Wanted to walk through a quick rental real estate deal analysis with you to showcase some of the Faro Labs offerings and how it can optimize your workflow when searching for a new rental property or property in general. So before Faro, and traditionally, the way I would search for a deal is identify a state and a city, and particularly look for a C or B class area. So, for instance, in Kalamazoo, there's this area, Westwood, and I like some cash flowing rental deals. So, I would generally check around listing by listing and find one that I might like. And once I find a property that could potentially be a good fit for my rental portfolio as well as the renters in terms of feel, I would check out the listing photos and some of the metrics here. I would identify things like property taxes, HOA, homeowners insurance. I would identify and look around for comparables. Separately, I would look for rental comparables and the current list comparables. I would also identify how the street view looks like and a bunch of other metrics, as well as computing cash flow and cash on cash. So instead, with Faro, you can just grab the address here, paste it, analyze, grab the listing price, and within a few seconds here, you will have a fully generated report with all of the comps, key metrics, and the deal score, as well as risks and a plethora of other offerings related to this deal. So immediately on first glance, you can see, okay, this is a going to be potentially a pass at the current listing price, given these specific assumptions, like 6.75% interest rate with a 20% down. We're also assuming vacancy of 7% and maintenance of 6%. And you can see how the cash on cash return is negative 8.2%. Cash flow is also negative 400, and the rent to price is 0.64. And suppose for my portfolio, I want a stronger rent to price ratio. So let's ask Finn here, how can I make this deal stronger for me? What would I need to do in terms of changing the assumptions on how I approach this deal to make this deal better? So right away, you can see at the current listing price of 279K or around 280K, it seems a bit high because the based on the 15 sales comps, you have an average price of 255K. So we can see how this deal would work if we were to purchase it at 255K. And you can see how the deal score did change, as well as the cash on cash and the monthly cash flow. You can see how it went from negative 400 to 300, negative 8 to negative 6 in terms of cash on cash. So this deal is still a pass for me. So back then, I would go back to the drawing board, start scrolling through uh, software services to identify other listings and repeat the process manually, opening six tabs, maybe a few Excel spreadsheets to calculate and crunch all the numbers again. And with Finn, we can actually just have Finn check our Faro deal finder for similar and better deals compared to this one. Find me a similar deal that is better. And in terms of better, this is better proportional to your buy box and your assumptions based on the down payment, based on what you want for cash on cash, based on what you want for the equity returns. So over here, you can see how it's recommending a few recommendations, and it's telling us that we might be interested in 616 Pinehurst Boulevard. You can see how it's a comparable price. and it might be a stronger deal. So we can run this full analysis on this recommended property. And in seconds, you can see, okay, this is a stronger deal score in terms of your assumptions. You can see it has a better cash flow, cash on cash return, and overall deal score. So you can also see the comps right away. You can see all of the different properties that it's comparing to. You can see the sales listings that it's comparing to, as well as the rental comps in case you are interested in renting it out. So you can also see specifically by the distance, the Bed Bath combo, and how much it was sold for all of the respective comparables. And you can even see at a street view what the property looks like. You can pan around and walk around all in one place. You can see the property records instead of having to search for county records to identify um, previous sales, taxes, and things like this. And you can identify quickly the hazards and risks associated to the property based on FEMA and the public sources. You can see here, this particular deal is a strong potential candidate. It has average crime, so it's not in a high crime area. And now we can have Finn run based on all of this information an AI recommendation using the insights to identify what you should come in at. And for this specific property, it's recommending that at listing price, this deal works with your buy box, and you're actually purchasing this at under the weighted average comparable price. So it's listed well, it's listed strong, and it works with your deal. If I were to run other deals, it might recommend a more aggressive offer for a property that was listed higher that doesn't fit your buy box. So you can play around with these, and I'm looking forward to having you try this platform with your specific listings. And good luck with your deal analysis. Looking to um, have you enjoy this platform. Thank you for watching.